90-Day Fiancé. It's been a year since Michael Ilesanmi came to the US. Everything that's changed in his life since. 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Star Michael Ilesanmi came to the US in Christmas 2023. A lot has happened in his life since then. Michael is a 37-year-old man from Nigeria who first contacted 59-year-old Angela Deem on Facebook 7 years ago. Angela swooned when Michael told her she looked beautiful and started dreaming of getting married to him. She flew to Lagos with cameras on before the 90 Days Season 2. Michael and Angela went on to become one of the franchise's most famous faces, but for all the wrong reasons. Michael's visa took ages to get approved, and once it did and Michael was in America, he immediately abandoned Angela. Michael had had enough of being mistreated by the American woman who thought she was superior to him. Michael stayed with her as long as he could reach his paradise and escaped to live his American dream. Angela has dragged Michael to court claiming that he fraudulently induced her into marriage to get permanent legal resident status. However, Michael is not worried about getting deported. He hadn't done anything illegal, and the same was proved by Angela's own private investigator. Michael parted ways with Angela in February. The Georgia woman had frantically gone live on TikTok to claim that Michael was missing. Angela was offering $10,000 to anyone who could provide her information about her husband. Angela knew she would become a laughingstock if Michael had indeed fled from her home when she was running errands. Angela claimed Michael only had $40 on him and that he had no identity card, nothing. What Angela did not know was that Michael had a backpack with him that had a burner phone with pictures of his passport on it. Michael also knew who to call so he could be directed to his new home in Texas. Michael claimed he walked for about 5 hours from Angela's house to a bus stop and was almost bitten by a dog on the way. Angela wanted Michael to return, but she assured him the next time she'd see him would be in court or him catching a flight to come back to her. Angela knew the latter was not going to happen. Michael tasted freedom for the first time in 7 years. In the land of the free, he truly became independent. Michael came back to Instagram in May 2024. This time, he didn't have Angela nagging him to delete his account or claiming that his account belonged to an imposter. Michael's first ever post was a selfie. He smiled as he posed inside his car wearing a patterned t-shirt. Michael captioned it, "Peace is more than the absence of war. #greatness." Michael has since shared quite a few life updates on Instagram, including the link to his famous GoFundMe. Michael's fans' outpouring of love for him helped him get richer by $52,000, which will be going toward his legal fees. Angela welcomed Michael into a messy house that needed a deep cleaning. She expected Michael to clear the mess, but Michael was not going to do it. Michael proved how neat and clean he is as a person when he gave his followers a glimpse into his own house in Texas. His clean kitchen has become everyone's favorite. Michael's clean counters and neat shelves haven't gone unnoticed. He also danced in his living room for one of his reels. Michael loves the contemporary style of home decor. He's finally getting to express himself through art. Even when Michael had first launched his Instagram profile in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. Season 7, he had done it with the intention of becoming an online influencer. Michael was earning through Cameo, but reportedly, Angela was in control of the money. By becoming an influencer, Michael could make his own money, but Angela didn't want Michael to be feeling in control. With Angela no longer telling him what to do and what not to do, Michael has already become an influencer in the US. Michael hired a manager and a PR agency. Michael prefers to keep his lips sealed when it comes to disclosing details about his dating life. It's probably because Michael could still be under contract or could have signed for a new spin-off. Michael is known for being secretive, and it's no surprise that he has not talked about whether he has a new girlfriend for a year since coming to the US. If Michael is indeed about to be announced as a new cast member in an upcoming spin-off, it remains to be seen what lies in the 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Star's future. It's hard to believe that it's already been a full year since 90-Day Fiancé star Michael Ilesanmi finally made it to the United States. After years of long-distance love, countless video calls, and an almost mythic wait for that elusive visa approval, Michael's arrival was one of the most talked-about moments in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. But now, 12 months later, fans are left wondering, where does Michael stand today? What happened after the cameras stopped rolling? Let's take a look back at how far he's come, and where things might have gone very wrong. A journey years in the making. Michael Ilesanmi first entered the 90-Day Fiancé franchise alongside Angela Deem, the fiery, outspoken woman from Georgia who instantly became one of the show's most polarizing figures. Their love story began online and quickly evolved into one of the most dramatic, unpredictable romances reality TV has ever seen. Between cultural clashes, explosive arguments, and trust issues, fans wondered if Michael would ever make it to the U.S. For years, Angela fought for Michael's spousal visa. Paperwork delays, pandemic lockdowns, and suspicions from the embassy kept the couple separated. Still, Angela believed love would win, until it finally did. In late 2024, after what felt like forever, Michael's visa was approved. Angela filmed the moment he arrived in Georgia, tears streaming down her face as she shouted, "He's really here, y'all." Fans across social media erupted with mixed emotions, some cheering for their reunion, others warning Angela that Michael's motives weren't pure. The early days, hope and honeymoons. The first few weeks after Michael's arrival seemed picture-perfect, or at least as perfect as Angela and Michael could be. Angela proudly shared photos of their outings to Walmart, dinners at Southern diners, and goofy car karaoke sessions. She gushed to fans about finally being able to wake up next to my husband instead of a phone screen. Michael, on the other hand, seemed quietly adjusting to American life. He often looked reserved in Angela's videos, shyly smiling but rarely speaking. Fans speculated he was still adapting to a new culture, or perhaps overwhelmed by Angela's larger-than-life personality. Still, Michael did express excitement about being in the U.S. In one interview, he said, "I waited so long to be with Angela in America. But it's like a dream began to crack sooner than anyone expected." The fallout, he just vanished. By early 2025, rumors began circulating that things between Angela and Michael had gone south, fast. Angela's social media activity grew erratic. She posted cryptic videos hinting at betrayal and heartbreak, while Michael was noticeably absent from her feed. Then came the shocking revelation: Michael had gone missing. In a viral TikTok video, Angela tearfully claimed that her husband had disappeared without warning. "He's gone. He left. He took off and I don't know where he is," she told her followers, clearly distraught. Fans were stunned. Some accused Michael of using Angela to get to America, while others suspected there was more to the story. Days later, reports confirmed that Michael had been located safe and sound. He was no longer living with Angela. According to insiders, he had sought help from a friend in another state and was starting over. That moment marked the unofficial end of Angela and Michael as a couple. Michael's new life, quiet but hopeful. In the years since, Michael has done his best to keep a low profile, but eagle-eyed 90-Day Fiancé fans have spotted signs that he's adjusting well to life in America. He's reportedly found part-time work while exploring permanent residency options. A source close to the situation shared that Michael wants to build a future for himself here, but he's keeping things very private after all the drama. While Michael doesn't appear to have returned to Nigeria, he also hasn't made any major public appearances since leaving Angela. His social media accounts, once heavily managed by fan pages, are now either deactivated or set to private. Still, a few fans claim to have seen him in Texas and Atlanta, suggesting he's traveling or staying with friends. One 90-Day fan who claims to have met him at a community event said he seemed kind, quiet, and very polite, adding, "He's just trying to live a normal life. You can tell he's been through a lot." Angela's side of the story. Angela, of course, hasn't stayed quiet. She's continued appearing in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, and on social media, where she's alternated between fury and heartbreak over Michael's departure. In multiple interviews, she's accused him of betrayal, claiming he only used her to get a green card. "He played me, y'all," Angela told one fan during an Instagram live. "All them years I fought for him, and this is what I get. He fooled me good." But not everyone buys Angela's version of events. Many fans believe Michael was pushed to his limit. They point to Angela's history of verbal outbursts, controlling behavior, and public humiliation of Michael on camera. Some viewers feel that once Michael got to America, he realized he didn't have to tolerate that treatment anymore. "He finally got his freedom," one Reddit user wrote. "He waited until he was safe, then he walked away. I can't blame him." The cultural clash that couldn't be bridged. Even beyond the drama, there were deep cultural and personality differences that may have doomed Angela and Michael from the start. Michael, from Nigeria, was raised with traditional values emphasizing respect, family unity, and quiet strength. Angela, on the other hand, is a bold, outspoken Southern woman who doesn't hold back her opinions or her temper. For years, their dynamic fascinated fans. They were opposites who somehow worked. But when those differences were brought into a shared household, the harmony dissolved. He wasn't ready for how intense she is, another 90-day insider explained. When you're talking online, it's one thing. Living together 24/7 is another. It was just too much. What's next for Michael Ilesanmi? Now, 1 year later, Michael's life seems to be entering a new chapter, one of quiet independence. He's reportedly working toward permanent legal status, and may even be considering going back to school. Some fans have speculated that TLC might bring him back for a future 90-day. The single life spin-off, though no official announcements have been made. Meanwhile, Angela continues to film and promote her brand online, showing no signs of slowing down. Whether she and Michael ever officially divorced remains unclear. But emotionally, they appear worlds apart. A hard lesson in love and liberation. Michael Ilesanmi's first year in the United States has been anything but smooth. From emotional highs to shocking lows, his journey reflects what 90-Day Fiancé is truly about. The gamble of love, the struggle for freedom, and the courage to start over. Fans may never know the full truth about what happened between Angela and Michael behind closed doors, but one thing is certain. Michael's story didn't end when he got off that plane. It was just beginning. As the dust settles, Michael's quiet resilience stands as his real victory. After years of waiting, surviving chaos, and finding his footing in a new world, he's finally free to write his own future, on his own terms.